Hello guys, if you have ever wondered how to score band 8 in IELTS listening, then this is the right video you have entered inside. Teach you the exact tips and tricks that you need to ace the IELTS. So the thing which you have to note after IELTS listening is you have to write down the answers as soon as you hear the answers. There should not be any delay in writing the answers. And the next thing you have to note is you have to check the answers in the allotted time. You don't have to wait and answer the next questions. You have to answer. The thing is, you have to check the answers in the stipulated time they have provided, and you don't want to go and underline the verbs and the nouns that is said in the second passage. So if you cannot remember any answer, then guess, right? So there are 8 standard traps for IELTS listening. So the first trap is sentence reordering. So they used to reorder some sentences, like they used to say the subclause first and the main clause afterwards. You might be keen on hearing the main clause, but they tend to say the subclause first and the main clause afterwards. Actually, they love to use synonym languages. They used to say so they don't like to say the exact same languages. So they used to self-correct sometimes. They used to give a particular date, for example, they have said 18th of February 2019, then they will have said, no, that doesn't shoot for me. Maybe 22nd February is shooting for me. Yeah, then they will say okay, or that's fine. So that's the point you're going to write the answer. So there might be any delayed response. So for example, you have to wait for the answer. You should have patience sometimes, especially in the part 4 where there will be delayed in the response. So they will give multiple options, like they will give the options like if they're asking what type of profession are you working, then they might say barber, or maybe doctor, or maybe electrician. So you should be keen on listening the phrases. Which are apt to these blanks or apt to the question asked. So these are the IELTS tricks to fool you guys. So the first one is writing words which have silent word letters. So they might say some letters like psychiatrist, where P is the silent letter there. So the next trick is they will have said the answers long before they. So you have to pay attention. You have to be 100% focused on your IELTS listening test. And the next thing to be noted is some compound nouns which must be spelled as 2 words with a hyphen. Hyphen might be said. For example, in the question they might have asked you to write a single answer, but they will have given answer with hyphen, right? 2 words with a hyphen inside. So that's the answer. So if something is using a hyphen, that is considered as a single word. So the type of questions you have to note in. So the first question you have to note in is the multiple choice question, and the second question is the fill in the blanks, and the next one is the map or diagram. So in the map or diagram, usually they might give variables like A, B and C, and they might distribute around the corners, and they might be ask you to label that A, B and C with the given choices. So the traps you have to keep in mind is they won't use the exact language. You have to keep in mind they love to use synonyms. I can't stress the importance of synonyms. So saying all possible answers, this I have seen before itself. So they might have given ABC 3 options, and they might have said all the possible answers, and you have to sort out which answer is suitable for you. So the strategies you have to note in mind are, you have to read and underline the verbs and nouns only. So you don't want to underline all the questions like a madman. You have to underline just the questions first, because the questions prioritize, because the questions are prioritized than the options. Because the if you're not, because if you're not able to complete the questions, then you might be in a big trouble. You might leave some questions unanswered, so you don't want to get into that. So first complete the questions, and afterwards if you have time, then go towards the options. So only pay attention to the words that you have underlined, that means the verbs and nouns that you have underlined. So expect that they will use the synonym words. So underline that word and start to imagine the synonym words that pops up into your mind. So be ready for the trap. Always be ready for the trap that I have mentioned in this slides. So if you're able to follow my tips and strategies, I could assure you that you could be able to score beyond 7. So I hope you success towards the IELTS examination. So if you have found this video useful, please let me know in the comment section below.